Oh, you know I had to put the Doctor Doom shirt on for this one. Let's go. Let's go! Marvel Studios did it again, delivering a crazy surprise that broke the internet. A moment that will live forever. Another crazy point in history in Hall H, Marvel Studios, fandom in general. I'm talking about Robert Downey Jr. coming back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not to play Iron Man, but to play my favorite villain, my favorite Marvel character, Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. What? So in this video, I want to give you my first reaction. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't stop thinking about this. Like, dude, it's so crazy. So I want to talk about what it means, why they did this, why Robert wanted to do this, because this is a sort of another thing that I don't see a lot of people talking about. But guys, like, Robert Downey Jr. wanted this. Robert Downey Jr. is not the kind of guy that gets forced to do anything, dude, especially when it comes to Marvel. Like, he basically could get whatever he wanted. And this was either pitched to him or he even came up with the idea. And it's just crazy. It's like Robert Downey Jr., the guy that basically made the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like his DNA, his performance, his care for the character of Tony Stark made it what it is. That guy is now choosing to give everything he has as an actor, as a performer, as an entertainer to another one of my favorite Marvel characters. Are you serious? What kind of cosmic lottery did I hit? Was I super good in my previous incarnation or what? But let's get into it. And I also want to talk about the story, right? Like, how could this work? And by the way, we had a huge stream last night, man. Shout out to everybody that was there doing our live stream of the San Diego Comic-Con coverage. That shit was so good. And depending on when you see this video, we're gonna have a ton of other videos and streams all about Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. Monday, we're gonna have Rob from Comics Explained on the stream. He's gonna get on there. Rob and I are gonna geek the F out about this, about the possibilities. It's gonna be epic. So why did Marvel want to do this? Why did Downey want to do this? Well, you know what's kind of interesting about that is Robert Downey Jr. almost played Doctor Doom in the 2008 Fantastic Four movie. Robert Downey Jr. was out for the role of Victor Von Doom. And I think when it comes to Marvel, like, it's obvious that it's super hyped up to get RDJ to come back to a role like this. And just doing Doctor Doom is crazy, right? And we, you know, look, I'm not trying to brag, but we've been talking about Doctor Doom taking over for Kang for like well over a year now. It just was out there. You read the tea leaves and it really seemed like that's what it was gonna be. And when you do Doctor Doom, that's immediately gonna be hype, man. Like, that's gonna get a lot of sweaties really excited. A lot of comic book fans or even just Marvel fans that play just video games or watch animated stuff outside of the MCU. Like, dude, y'all know about Doctor Doom. Like, Doctor Doom is that guy. And if you don't know about Doctor Doom, don't worry. We're going to make a lot of content in the next couple of years that will make you an expert. But I do think for the normies out there, it might not be as hyped to just announce Doom. And I think they really needed something else to kind of push this over the edge. And so Marvel basically takes all the juice and hype of RDJ returning to Marvel, and they sort of fuse that with Doctor Doom taking over for Kang, being the big bad and being this massive thing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, all questions and execution aside for now, you can't deny that that's just an incredible promotion. Like that, if you're talking like just in terms of WWE type promotion, hype, building, like selling a ticket, like, you know, that is a part of this business. Nobody does it better than Marvel. And this is maybe the craziest, most surprising and hyped up thing that they could have possibly cooked up. It like takes stuff from the universe itself and RDJ's identity, DNA, and fan base, and it merges it in with another one of my favorite Marvel. Like, it's super crazy. And maybe it is sort of a consideration that normies and just your average movie goer might not be immediately excited by the prospect of Doctor Doom. Well, now you've got RDJ as well. That's just so hyped up. I mean, think about what we just saw in Deadpool and Wolverine. You know, Reynolds, Jackman, Sean Levy, those guys, they didn't just carry the movie, they carried the promotion, the friendship they had, the hype they had. And remember back to when Robert Downey Jr. was the man at Marvel Studios and did like all of those movies and was a constant presence of just engaging fun for fans. Like, dude, we're feasting. We're feasting. And remember that Robert chose this. Like, he wants this, man. And I think for him as an actor, you know, he has the Tony Stark thing, and he probably looks at like coming back as Tony as like, you know, it really can only be a footnote. Like, that's just how it works. Like, when you have an incredible ending like that, anything you do with that character is really only going to be a footnote, which, by the way, you know, I'm not trying to like spoil stuff or whatever, but big time rumors that you're still getting RDJ as Iron Man. That is still going to be a thing. So you're probably looking at dual roles for RDJ in the next 2 Avengers films. But what I was trying to say is, like, for Downey, he probably wants something very different than Tony. He wants to really dig in as an actor and find something and give a performance. And remember, this is another role that he actually went out for in the past. So he has some level of familiarity with Doctor Doom. As far as the story, right, there's a lot of questions as to whether or not this is a Tony Stark variant that becomes Doctor Doom. A lot of people think that's what it is. But the Russos introduce him as Victor, and I actually had a pretty good source reach out to me yesterday and say, no, it's not an Iron Man or not a Tony variant. It's actually Victor Von Doom. And here's my thing. I'm of 2 minds on this, guys. And I just want to lay it out for you. Maybe, like, you know, you'll find this interesting. And maybe you're in one of these camps as well. But as a Doctor Doom super fan, as like a purist of the character, I don't want him to be a Tony Stark variant. Like, Victor has an incredible backstory. It's super twisted, it's super dark, but it's just also super Doom. Like, I can't see a scenario in which Tony goes through a similar thing, or like, you know, he has some horrible stuff happen to him and then he becomes Doom. Like, that's just, as a hardcore Doctor Doom fan, I don't want that. And I think Downey is an incredible actor. Dude, he doesn't even have to take the mask off. You never have to address who he actually is or what he actually looks like, and you can have him so scarred that he doesn't even look like RDJ if you choose to do that, right? So I kind of am hoping, at least the Doom fan in me is hoping, that it's just Victor Von Doom, the one we know, like similar to the comics, totally respect to the comics, completely separate from this other character in Tony Stark. You know, maybe a little bit like Johnny Storm and Steve Rogers. I mean, you know, we just had that in Deadpool, Wolverine, and of course in, you know, the MCU. But then the movie fan in me just really thinks it would be a waste to not utilize RDJ and him looking like Tony Stark to the story's advantage, right? So just as a movie fan, like, it would be phenomenal to have a character like Tom Holland Spider-Man see RDJ or see something that looks like his Tony and want to be friends with him, have positive feelings, like love this guy, and then have that turn out to be used against him because, dude, that's not Tony. That's Doctor Doom, and he's going to mess you up. So I think there's just a lot of story potential there, but of course the purist in me is really worried. Maybe that's where you are at as a fan as well. Let me know in the comment section below. And the last thing I want to say in this video is, I think the understated thing here, the thing that isn't getting enough attention, is the Russos and also McFeely, not Marcus and McFeely, but one of the writers that did all of the Marvel movies with the Russo brothers is returning to do the next 2 Avengers film. And so it's not just that we're getting Doctor Doom. It's not even just that we're getting RDJ as Doctor Doom, but it's the fact that we're getting this incredible team that all work together to craft incredible performances with RDJ as Tony Stark. I mean, those movies that the Russos and Marcus McFeely did are the soul of the MCU, and they are what made Tony's character so interesting and gave him that incredible ending. So with that team, with this character, wow. Like, dude, I mean, yes, it's crazy because it's RDJ and he was Iron Man, but even if he never played Iron Man, it would just be epic because this is an incredible team that is going to deliver something really, really dope for us fans. That's kind of my first thoughts and just like breakdown of what I think the conversations are right now about RDJ as Doctor Doom. Definitely want to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. And we'll be streaming about it Monday, maybe even Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know, man. We're going to be talking a lot about it. This shit is crazy. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.